Hello friends, it's Mrs. P with Budget with Mrs. P. I am here to do my January budget. Even though, we're kind of second day of January, I did my debt confession yesterday and I wanted to show you, what my budget looks like. My husband is paid once a week, so he gets paid weekly. I get paid once a month. My December paycheck goes to pay the January bills, since that's just, I get paid on the last day of the month, except December. December teachers get paid before we leave for Christmas break, so my paycheck actually came in, I think the 20th or 21st of December. If you notice, this month is going to be a lot more tight because I used quite a bit of my paycheck in December along with a bonus to pay off as much debt as I could for the end of the year so that we could start January with even less debt. I don't regret that. I know that it just kind of made numbers a lot tighter. I had to skim off of sinking funds and things like that to make it work. But I did want to get some debt paid off before we started in January. So you'll see that January is different than when I start planning for February. Last year when I started budgeting, I had found Sarah Marie on YouTube, and I loved the way she did her planner. I love stickers, all the pretty things. So I started doing it that way using the Erin Condren planner. After a while, though, I saw that budget setup didn't work as well for me and my family because of the way we're paid. So after, watching other YouTubers, I saw that the Budget Moms weekly worksheets and things like that worked better for me. I didn't want to go out and purchase, since I'd already purchased the Erin Condren planner, I didn't want to purchase more things. So I just got like a 3-ringed notebook. I created my own workbook pages, so I didn't have to purchase anything else. Like I said, I'm pretty frugal. I try not to spend money if I don't have to. So you'll see that my budget worksheets are similar to the Budget Moms, but they are stuff that I created. Okay, so this is how, now I did just get the Happy Planner set up because, this was my Christmas present to myself, because I just love seeing how people do their budgets, and I don't know, I like it. So I have set up my workbook, and this is how I've always used a calendar. Usually I just used a one, page calendar, but I did find these free printable 2-page calendars online. So I printed those out, and this is kind of how I do my budget, and I've actually done this for a long time. So I just wanted to show you like the beginning stages of how I set things up. Because we use the previous months sometimes to go into the beginning of the month. The first day of the month is very bill heavy. It's got our mortgage, car payments, truck payment, things like that. So and luckily I get my big, once a month check the last day of the month. So that, covers the first month or the first week of the month, heavy bills. So I just go through and say, my husband, his paycheck hits our bank on a Thursday. It's always pending, but we can still use it because he technically gets paid on Fridays, but we start on Thursday since the money is there. So I start out, January's budget actually starts in December. So the 28th is where I start budgeting for January. So we'll have 5 paychecks from my husband in January, because January is a long month, and if you're a teacher, you know what I mean. January is a very long month. So we do from the Thursday to the Wednesday with bills. I take a highlighter and I just highlight the things that's going to be paid with this paycheck. Do the same thing all month long. I know a lot of budgeters do that, so I'm not the only one. I've marked our paydays. My next big check will be on the 31st, but that won't pay any of January's bills. It's going to pay February. So anyway, this is my setup. I do have goals for January. Well, for the whole year, actually. No new debt. I've got to refrain from those silly uplift loans. We're doing a no spend challenge. That means we do give ourselves like spending money or blow money each week. I save mine. I very rarely spend it. So I've got like a chunk of money that I've been saving. My husband, on the other hand, he spends his. Now, he does have a little bit saved because I think I'm rubbing off on him a little bit. But you'll see that we do get spending money. I don't always spend mine. I save mine. Don't know what I'm going to use it for, but it's there. And we are also, now this is completely unbudgeted related, but me and my husband are trying to do a diet. We're trying the intermittent fasting, and it's actually not so hard, but anyway, that's completely off topic. So anyway, here's my overview this way. So this is where I'm going to set up my monthly overview. All right, so I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to pull this out. I kind of right slanted a little bit. I don't know. This is, I'm new to this, so I'm going to try. Woohoo! Sorry. I'm going to try to do this to where you can see it. I don't know. Maybe a little bit more. All right, so this is going to be the month of January. Even though January's bills we started in December. December 28th is going to be our first budget paycheck. All right, so we expect Mr. P to bring in $4,800. This is a 5 paycheck month, but there was holidays in there. He is an hourly employee, so he does get some overtime, but when we have, he had 2 days off at Christmas, 2 days off at New Year's, so those days don't accumulate overtime. So I expect, the first couple checks in January to be a little bit lighter. Rollover, because my pay came in December 21st, and like I said, I used quite a bit of it to cover some debt I wanted to get paid off at the end of the year. So I only have $2,200 left of my paycheck from December. And other. Now we'll talk about this. When you see my cell phone bill and insurance bill, my cell phone bill, first of all, is pretty high, but we have 7 lines on that. We have me, my husband, and my daughter on there, my 2 adult sons who pay me and pay their phone bills, my mom, and my father-in-law. So all of that comes out of the one cell phone bill, but they all send me money. They either Venmo me, or my boys, they just transfer it into my account, whatever. But anyway, so other is $500. My middle son, he's 24. He's still on our insurance, so he pays his insurance, but he just pays me for the money. So anyway, that's where the other comes from. Other could also mean like if we happen to sell something on Facebook Marketplace, or I don't know, any unexpected money. It doesn't happen often that we get more than what we expect from, my mom, my father-in-law, or my boys, but we typically get around $500. So that is going to add up to be $7,500. All right, so the first bill of the month is going to be our mortgage. And the mortgage is not too bad. We got this years ago before, interest rates went up and the cost of housing went up. So it's $1,115, and it comes out the first day of every month. Next is ortho, is my daughter's braces. There's no interest on this, so I don't put it in debt. That we just pay, our orthodontist just breaks up the whole chunk of braces into monthly payments, so we do $88 a month for that. Progressive, that is my insurance, my car insurance. Like I said, we actually have my father-in-law on there also, but he is in his 80s. He doesn't drive very often, but he doesn't, I don't know. We keep him on there. We've got my son on there. It is $250 a month. Microsoft. This is my daughter's Microsoft account. She plays she plays online with her brothers. One of her brothers lives across the United States. The other one lives a couple hours away. This is one way that she stays, you know, connected with her brothers. So I don't mind paying that for her so that, you know, she loves playing with them. Assurant, my son pays this. It's his rental insurance. We just keep it, I don't know, I've had it for him since he was in college, and he's still renting in the town that he goes to college. He's graduated and he's got a job, but he's still renting, so that's his renter's insurance. Scribd, this is a subscription that I use for school. I am a teacher. I teach ELA, and the book we're reading right now is like a World War I book, and it's German. So I found this Scribd. It's a website where they can, it's got audio books. And so for like when I need to send something to a student who's homebound or absent or whatever, I can screen record the read aloud for that. So if they're missing class, then they can listen to the book. I am canceling this at the end of January because we'll be finished with the novel then. So this will go away, but we do have to pay it for January. All right, car wash. This is probably one of the only things that I do just for myself. We live in the country. We have gravel roads. My car's always dirty. So we have a car wash place that, you know, you can just drive through real easy. It's $43 a month, and I love that. All right, Apple storage. This is the family plan. We take a lot of pictures. We have a lot of videos. So Apple storage is for just pictures and videos. Life 360. If you know, you know. Got to keep up with our kids and our family, know where they're at, know they're safe. This has come in handy so many times. This is well worth it. I don't know if you've got teenage drivers, but when we started having drivers in the house, this was the best thing to keep up. It tells you how fast they're going. It tells you where they are, how long they're there. This is the best for teenage drivers. Of course, my boys are adults, but we still have it on them, and they don't mind. iRobot. Okay, this is for our little floor vacuum. My husband did a crazy contract with them. We purchased our iRobot years ago, or Roomba, I don't know what they're called. Anyway, we purchased that a long time ago, but in order to keep the online and I don't know, all the equipment coming, like the little brushes and things like that, this will be paid. I think it's just like a year contract. Anyway, it's almost, I think in the fall that one will go away. Geico. If you watch my debt confession, my husband has a Gator and like a riding lawnmower. In our area, even though we live in a small town, we've had a lot of theft, and I don't know. This is insurance to cover anything that would happen to the Gator or to the riding lawnmower. I hope nobody else is having to deal with that in their area. Apple Music. This is a subscription my husband uses for music. Netflix. Now, we, at one time, actually, last year, we had so many TV subscriptions, and obviously you can't watch them all, and I couldn't even keep track of who was watching what and what apps we really needed. I tend to watch a lot of YouTube, but we cut everything, all of our subscriptions down to the bare minimum. We do share some of these with our boys, but they also share theirs with us. So Netflix, we've got it on the plan as low as we can. Power. Now with our power also includes our internet, and our internet is about $70 a month. So when you see our power bill, it looks usually astronomical. Now, it does get high, but it also includes $70 worth of internet. So for January, our bill's going to be $279, which is not bad. So if you take the 70 from the internet, so around $200, not too bad. All right, Spotify. This is my daughter's. She's obsessed with Spotify. Hulu. Now, I had just gone down to us having only 2 subscriptions for TV. Netflix, and I think we had Paramount Plus and Amazon Prime because they came with the subscriptions. Well, the Paramount Plus came with the Walmart Plus app or subscription that I had. But Black Friday, they had a really good deal on Hulu, Peacock, and HBO Max. So I caved in. My family hates having to watch commercials, but or ads. I guess they're not commercials anymore. But we got Hulu, Max, and Peacock on Black Friday. I think Max runs out in like May, I think. So we'll cancel it. Hulu also comes with Disney Plus, so it's $5 a month. Max is $4 a month, and Peacock is $3 a month. We'll cancel Max eventually, but we'll keep these 2, and then I'll just look for the Black Friday sales again next year and redo that. All right, cell phones. Now, this is the big bill. If you average it out, we do have 7 lines, and I think my husband has a watch app or something on there. It's a big bill, $362, but it averages to be about $50 a person. And like I said before, my boys pay their own part of their phones. My father-in-law pays his, and my mom pays hers. So we just include it in our income, but I put the whole amount there. Let's see here, Google storage. We do have the iPhone storage, our Apple storage, but we also have Google. Eventually, we'll get all of the things that we have in this cloud, I guess, moved over to the Apple one and not have to pay this $3 anymore. We just haven't done that yet. Then we have Amazon Prime. Now, when I show you my envelopes, you'll see that I am saving up to do the yearly subscription for Amazon, but we don't have that saved up yet, so we're still paying monthly. And let's see here. I think that's all. Now, I do have XM right now. I'm not going to put it here because I've already paid for January. It's $10. I did message them yesterday to cancel the service because I rarely listen to XM in my car because my daughter has, Spotify, and she's always hogging the radio. She connects her phone to my car and listens to Spotify. So the XM radio we hardly ever use. So when I tried to cancel it yesterday, like I said, it was $10 a month. The people on there absolutely do not want you to cancel. And so they kept offering me deal after deal after deal and got it down to $5 a month. And I haven't decided. I'm paid up till the end of the month. So I haven't decided if I'm going to keep that or go ahead and just cancel it altogether because, every now and then we listen to the news or my husband will listen to some music in there, when he's got my car. But we don't use that often. So I'm not adding that in. And I think that does it. I'm checking and looking. And so I've already added this up. Our bill total adds up to be $2,437. All right. So then I have got my savings. This is where I do anything that's going to go into sinking funds or to savings. I'm going to talk about in another video how I'm doing my month ahead. Remember, I'm a teacher. I get paid 10 months out of the year. One reason we had a total budget meltdown was because I'd not saved for summer and I didn't have any income over the summer. So when August hit this school year, and I got my first paycheck, I calculated how much I needed to have an income over the summer so that I would have I was still getting paid. And it came out to be about $600 a month, give or take. So I call it month ahead. And this is going to be, my summer funds. And it's $600 a month. All right, sinking funds for this month. Usually sinking funds are more, but like I said, I had to skim because my income, I used a lot of it for debt this last month. So sinking funds this month is only going to be $940. And I did do, before I figured out that, I needed to skim even more, I did put $55. I was going to do actually more, but $55 toward like a savings challenge. We use that for debt, but I like to save it. Anyway, so that adds up to be $15.95. Okay. Then I've got up here, these are my variable expenses. Okay, let me zoom up a little bit. All right, so we've got groceries. Now, on a typical budget where I'm not trying to cut corners, we do about $150 a week, and that feeds my husband, myself, and my daughter. Me and my daughter pack our lunches every day for school. My husband usually packs his lunch for work, unless he very rarely. Now, this used to be a big thing. He used to eat out every single day until he saw how much it was, and I started giving him blow money, and he saw very quickly that blow money goes away in just a couple eating out trips. So, but anyway, so groceries, we have a freezer full of food. We have a pantry full of food. If you get to know me a little better, you'll find that one weakness I have when it comes to shopping is not purses, clothes, shoes, any of those things. It's groceries. I love to grocery shop. But I know that we have plenty of meat. We've got plenty of food. We just need like fresh fruit, veggies, and like dairy and the staples. So I'm going to cut our grocery budget down to $575. I also have cashed in my Fetch rewards to get a gift card for Walmart. I've been saving those points up, so I can use that toward groceries, which is $50. So it hasn't come in yet, but eventually it will. So groceries is $575, and there's 5 weeks in January because we're starting with December 28th. So everything that I'm going to put here is a little bit more because there are 5 weeks. All right, pets. We have 2 dogs and a cat, plus we are pet sitting my son's dog. He is a travel therapist, and he is across the country right now. Couldn't take his dog with him, so she is here with us. So we have 3 dogs and a cat that we have to care for. So pet expenses, and we make homemade dog food, so that gets pricey. So $125 toward the pets. Household, that covers shampoo, toilet paper, all the toiletries that we need. I do buy a lot of that at Sam's, so it lasts a long time. So household's getting $100. I didn't say, but if I have any grocery money, household money left over, usually I roll it over, or grocery money, if I have it left over, I put it into our Sam's envelope. But this month, I'm going to put it towards debt. All right, so our spending. This is for my husband, myself, and my daughter. She is 13. She's got a social life way more than me and my husband do. Even though we're doing a no-spend January, I still am going to give us our blow money for the month. It covers 5 weeks. It comes out to $520 a month. So we don't track that. We just break it down into weeks. I put it in our envelopes, and we spend it as we need to. Sporting events. So my daughter is involved in every sport there is, so we have to pay to get in. Now, our spending money covers if we want snacks or refreshments at the games, but our entry, like tickets to get into the games, we pay $100, or I give $20 a week to get us into games. Eating out this month. Now, we have cut this down so much. We very rarely go out. It's a treat if we go out. But eating out, we are doing no spend January, so I'm not giving us any money for eating out. Gas. Let's see here. I figured up $250. I have not been spending as much on gas as I usually do, but because we do have to travel for sports, and we live in the country, so it's about a 15-mile trip into town, so we do use quite a bit of gas. And then I put unbudgeted Hopefully we will not have anything here since we are doing a no spend January. And this variable total is $1670. All right, now the fun part. This is our debt. All right, so we've got way less debt. Hopefully, eventually, I'm not going to need this section and I can eliminate it altogether. But we have Wells Fargo. That's one of our transfer credit cards, and it is $71 a month. Citibank is also a transfer card, and right now my husband said $20 a month is what the minimum payment is. I'm not really sure. We just got this one in December or the end of November to transfer some of the higher interest credit cards here, so I'm not really sure. But when we're doing the Snowball method or Avalanche method, I'm not sure. Anyway, these will go up as we pay off some of the other debt in order to cover that. My husband's truck, it's $470 a month. That Xbox, 0% interest. My husband will never do that again. Okay, and my car. Now, my car payment, I'm not putting it in this line because it comes directly out of my paycheck. So I never have to worry about, planning for that because it just automatically gets paid to the credit union. All right, Barclay is $77 a month. My student loan, this is just my student loan. It is not the parent loans. I don't know when all of that's going to come, due, but I am going to go ahead and budget at least this portion. All right, Lowe's. The minimum payment is $30, but we're paying $60 so that we can get it paid off when the 0% interest runs out. My credit union card. I put $70. Honestly, it doesn't even say a minimum payment, but I've always paid $70, and that's always been, okay. Uplift, that's our cruise, $157. John Deere, that is my husband's tractor gator, whatever you want to call that thing. And then we have Snowball. I'm going to put Snowball at 0, even though we will have some extra, and especially if my husband gets some overtime, we'll have some extra. So anything extra each week goes towards a Snowball, but I'm not adding it in here. So our debt adds up to be $1,661. All right, so then I take all of the totals for each section. My bill total, my income total, my savings, variables, and debt. And then I put it over here. So let me zoom you in right there. All right, so income total for this month is $7,500, or at least that's the anticipated amount. Could be more, hopefully not less. Bill total is $2,437. Variable total was $1,670. Savings, $1,595, and our debt was $1,661. All right, so these total up to be $7,363. And you see, this is a very tight budget. Now, it does give us some, savings and sinking funds, but not a whole lot to put towards debt. All right, so what is left over is $137. Now, I expect this total to be quite a bit more because I do expect my husband to get some overtime. But regardless, we've got all of our bills and expenses covered. So hopefully we'll be able to put a little bit extra towards debt. If not, next month will be much better because, like I said, I am only starting with $2,200, and that's about $1,000 less than what I usually start with. So next month we should have a lot more to go towards debt. But this is our monthly overview, and this is how I do it. It's not a perfect method, but it's working for me. If you see anything that you think that I could improve on, please share, because I really would like to get this, debt paid off as quickly as possible. I do follow the Dave Ramsey method. I like to think that, you know, we are cutting corners and things like that. But I also know that, you know, you only have one life, and I don't want to take away all the joy that we have. We work hard, and we aren't like frivolous people. We don't spend a whole lot, but we do like to go out and do things with our family. So that is one thing that, you know, I'm not going to completely deprive everybody of things. And, you know, they complain that I'm, you know, a cheapskate. They call me that all the time, my husband and my daughter, because, you know, they're having to watch the ads on Hulu, and it drives them crazy. But, you know, we can make sacrifices. And I do want to teach my daughter that when you want things and you have goals, you know, you do have to make sacrifices to do that. So I think this is a good life lesson for her. She's watching me do this. She's helping me actually with my videos. She came up with an intro, cute little intro that I'm going to add to probably this video. And anyway, I just enjoy doing this. I'm trying to make it a family thing so that she can learn and grow with me. But anyway, this is how I do my monthly overview, and I will be back in another video to go ahead and set up my week 1 of January's budget. Even though we're already into January and I've already started the budget, I do want to show you so that I can get on track and have each week uploaded so that you can follow my journey. So anyway, thank you for watching. I know this is a long video. I didn't mean to make it this long. I can be chatty, but I know that I enjoy watching videos where people, you know, share life with the public, and that's what I would like to do so that you can get to know me and my family, and I look forward to getting to know you. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.